So I just got this download collective. They are so upset. The people in your energy are so upset that you are so dedicated to self, that you are so dedicated to your lifestyle, your career, your spirituality. And the assumption is why? Because people need you to, invest in them, to put them on a pedestal, to see them look good. Because for whatever reason, it's all about them. But they want other people to see them that way. But you're not like that because you already know you're uplifted by the Most Highest God, your ancestors and your spirit guides and your loved ones. And all this self reflection and self control is making them very unsettled, unnerving, so completely bothered by the complete aspects of it, which makes me realize why. Y'all get in here. I am Butterfly Goddess, your spiritual guidance messenger. And the message of today is, once you've been through so many obstacles and challenges, you don't even have time to let nothing else get in your way. You just don't. When you're trying to build something, whether it's a platform, whether it's a business, whether it's, your home, when you're trying to get things in order so that your life can suit you, it doesn't include everyone else. Once you settled on, I know I'm going to follow my inner voice and the guidance of the Most High and my loved ones and my ancestors and my spirit guides, and focus on self-care and healthy boundaries and loving myself completely inside and out so I don't need the accreditation from outside sources, that gets to be torment for others because they don't have that resonance. They don't resonate with themselves. They don't have that confidence. They don't have that ladder. They're not willing to climb those heights. They need validation from outside sources. And this is why things it just isn't working in their favor. Like nothing's working for them because they're so busy working against themselves. They don't realize how much outside noise can cancel out all the things on your inside because they're not validating you, baby. They're validating themselves through you. And that's why lots of people want you to experience what they're going through while they're going through it. Not the good though. They won't share that. Only for you to hype me up. But yeah, if they're going through something horrible, they want you to feel that too. They want you to experience that with them. That's not cool. That shouldn't be. That's why it's good to really reflect. And it doesn't matter what your preference is. I have no problems with you good Christians that do bad shit. But if you're going to believe in your God and in your Jesus and in all your things that you believe in, know that that person does not want you to inflict and appropriate yourself on people, project yourself on people. Yeah, you can't just be around here 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Say who you are. Be who you are. And if you're not authentic, you're just not authentic. And if you don't know who you are and you identify with a bunch of people, well, that says a lot about what you need to work on. Maybe when you were younger, you got left with a bunch of different undesirable people and you picked up all these undesirable behaviors and you don't really know how to, pinpoint, map out where all these things happen to you at. So then everybody and anybody becomes a target with you because the problem is you not being able to love on yourself because you don't identify with self. You don't know who self is. Self is an array of everything that they ran into, met, felt, or went through. That's a lot. And that's why self-care and healing childhood traumas, all traumas, but start with childhood so that you can get ahead of the game. And this is why most people who have done this are 10 steps ahead of the game, because they're not looking for what happened behind them. They're moving forward with their lifestyle so that they can achieve whatever goals they have set for themselves. And some of us just want to be at peace. You know what I'm saying? At peace with what is to come. And some of us, okay, you got people who are content with whatever's going on in their life. And it's always them. Or it's he, them, collective. You got to do so. Why they got to do all of this? Why they got to do so much more? You can't stop someone else's growth. That's not your job. Your job is to focus on you. Know your limitations. And if you're limiting yourself, that's you. You can't limit anybody else. But yeah, let me get into this reading, because, honey, when I tell you, it's the dedication. It's the dedication. It's the pouring into yourself that they see. They see you pouring into you. They seeing that you looking good, you stepping good, you doing good. You making waves. You're making waves in people's lives, because you're making them see that, you still have an opportunity to fulfill a dream, and they see you fulfilling your dream, and they're hurt and they're upset that they're not fulfilling their prophecy. They're not fulfilling their dreams. They're out here just accepting petty gains, in and out, money here, money here, money here. But then when it's all gone, it's not existent. And it's because they believe in, showing out. You know what I'm saying? They need to be on the scene. They need to be like a discovery moment. Oh, I got it like that. This moment. And then the next moment, I'm upset, I'm sad, I don't know who I am, I'm lost, I'm anxietied up, I'm depressed, because it's no longer there, because I didn't take that time or that money or whatever and invest in myself. I didn't invest in nothing. I didn't put it in anything. But I showed everybody I got this new purse, I got this new necklace, I got this new car, I got this new moment, I'm about to have this party, I'm about to be over here, I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm over. Okay, yeah, spotlight. So yeah, you got a lot of karmic friends, karmic family members that you can't fully trust. And there's so much tension going on because people really, really want you to let your boundaries down. And matter of fact, I'm hearing they're looking for the old you. So there's a lot of people want to drag you back somewhere to a place where they were able to walk all over you, step all over you, use you, talk crazy to you, do you how they wanted you to be done. And then you just show up and show up and show up and show up. I'm hearing no, thank you. And I feel like you already knew that. But I heard my granny say, and they're probably your granny too, keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Baby, whatever seed you planted is growing. It's growing like a flower, like a wildflower in you. You have so many things, like just you're pulling in so many good resources, so much good energy. And yeah, you have to protect your energy because you waited. You basically, I feel like whoever you are, collective, you had to wait a very long time. Because you were sent here to help and heal others in the beginning and to learn some life lessons, long ones, enduring ones, painful ones, hardship ones. You had to be a very patient person. You had to be a very forgiving person. You had to, you've been in places where you're still just like, whoa, wow, I can't believe I was there that long. I can't believe I did that long. That's your mission. Your mission. You completed it. You stayed in places where people treated you like shit and you could see it, but there was nothing you could do about it because it was for you to learn those behaviors. It was for you to learn those patterns. It was for you to see who it is that you have to make a choice. Like, Do I want to roll this way or do I want to roll this way? But I'm hearing you conscious minded. You're conscious minded. Conscious minded people do not have it in them to really be the bad guy. You just don't have that negative concept. I'm not saying you don't ever think negative. What I'm saying is you don't live there. You definitely are not the thief in the store that's like, I'm going to get that because I know I can get it. You would be like, ooh, goddamn, I didn't pay for this, but I'm scared to walk this shit back in the store because maybe they're going to think I was stealing, that one little basket. You feel, you really carry your consciousness with you. Your mind will eat you alive. You, in a sense, have always probably been your own worst enemy. You would kick yourself even when you were down. You had to come through so many patterns of your own and footsteps and putting one in front of the other. But once you learn these different groups, different vibes, different people, different demeanors, different anxieties, depression, stages in life, you decided that's not me. That's not my character. That's not even close to my character. That's not who I'm thriving to be. And that's what's been felt this entire time. So you got a lot of people out there, like I said, they want you back. They're making fake accounts. They're doing everything to get back in your energy. So you might have blocked some people recently or deleted them. I don't know. But they're making fake accounts. They're definitely sending you their friend requests. And I see you accepting them all because you don't really have anything to hide. You're just kind of wondering, like, why would people want to be in my energy that don't like me like that? Like, what would be the purpose of this? Why would you think that you could force a relationship that's not one? What is it about that specific thing? Like the magnitude, what are we getting out of this? However, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. It's happening regardless of whether you want it to happen or not. And what I believe is that you have the ability to, your light shines so brightly into other people's soul, into their spirit, that you're irritating people's souls and healing them at the same time. You making them see who they are. You're mirroring back to them exactly why it is you are who you are. And your light is like wisdom to people. It's knowledge. It's something that they don't have. You give them a good understanding about what it is they should be doing and what they actually are doing. And, on the outside, you look like this, but on the inside, you definitely something else. Like you are trapped in your own body. You are trapped in your own mind. And this is why this collective, those people want to trap you. They want you to be trapped. They want you to, be lost in emotions and lost for action and lost for words. They just don't want you to have this ability to stand up to them or to stand up for yourself. They're used to you not saying anything, passive aggressive demeanor, just taking it all in and holding it all in. They want you to feel sad on the inside. They want you to have breakout crying moments and spells. And I'm feeling their energy like, oh my God. Like, you can't be this serious right now, that you need me. Why is it that you need me or the collective or anyone else to really walk in your shoes when you're the one planting your own seeds, causing your own demise, putting yourself in situations that is non-healing, and you're still just going through whatever chaotic moment that you're throwing yourself into? I feel like this person is totally a disaster, and you're causing too many distractions in their lives. I feel like they're so distracted that, baby, they're watching you so badly that they're running through other people. It's like crash, bang, boom. Crash, bang, boom. You've taken someone out all because you're not paying attention. But more than likely, you're taking yourself out because you're paying attention so hard to the collective's life that you're not paying attention to your own life. I'm working. Stop knocking. Okay. So, yeah, they are definitely consumed with all you have going on, that they're not you're easily distracting them. Like, they're distracted by you too much. They're gonna say they're not, but I see it. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. That song just came out of nowhere. You don't have to say a word. But you have this new activity going on, actions. Like, you're very much so telling people what it is. You're not standing down. You're like, no, I'm sorry, that I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're using your voice chakra. You're making sure that you are heard, that you are seen, and that you are felt. So this is definitely irritating people's souls because they're not used to you standing up for yourself. They're not used to this. And baby, you're not just irritating their souls, but baby, you're irritating their demons. So pay attention to when you tell someone what you're not going to do or how you're not going to do something. Watch how they shift shape. Watch how their voice changes. Watch how their body, how just, yeah, that part. When I tell you they feel like you turned their backs on them, as you should have, if they weren't bringing anything to the table or doing anything to increase your livelihood, why would you stay there? Let's be honest, collective. People sometimes come into your life to hold you back, to prevent you from getting ahead in life or getting anywhere in life because they're not getting ahead in life. And the little head that they are getting is not the head that they should be getting, if you catch my drift. But you did what you needed to do, and now you have a full stream income, steady resources, all these opportunities coming in for you. And it wasn't easy for you to turn your back on people, especially the ones you love. You know what I'm saying? Even if that love was toxic through family, friends, lovers, however, even children, you stood up and said, hey, it's my time to do what I need to do for self, for me. And I'm not being selfish, but I should have been because you've all been that way the entire time. You're materialistic. You got all these things going on and you never see the real big picture. But you, collective, you see the big picture and you waited. You manifested, you prayed on it, you cried about it. You had to give it to God. You had to give it to the most highest God because without them ancestors and spirit guides and your loved ones listening to you, you had no one to run to. Who can I run to? You couldn't run to them. You couldn't depend on them. You couldn't. Because, baby, the same people who you thought you could depend on was too busy laughing behind your back. At the same time, keeping you so busy and broke and unenergized to the point where you couldn't focus on you and nothing else that you had going on. They came to destroy relationships, break down households, ruin jobs, ruin lives without even a thought. They're always on the take and they're always needing to know. But why? You ever sit back and ask yourself that, collective? Why do they need to know so much? Pay attention to what people ask you, why they're asking you that, and what would be their concern truly. Check back with me on that. But right now you have so many opportunities coming in, and I'm talking about infinite opportunities. These are divinely guided. This isn't something that people get to decide for you. They don't get to take it back or none of that. It's nothing they can wish it back from. Even if you told them, I know it's coming. They can't go call Nancy and be like, hey, don't give so-and-so that job, because it's not from Nancy, baby. It's from divinely guided justice. Justice in your favor. Justice in for all. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, so many people are consumed with what you have going on and how you manifested all these businesses and these resources and this finances and that, these just deals and how you accomplished so much in so little time. It's almost as if they thought you never had any talents, or they had seen all your talents and they were making sure you were so disheveled that they never came out or came to the foreplay. And then you got people in your energy that's very much so mimicking you, they're intimidated by you, but they want to be you in a certain way, at a certain, like you're leading the gang, but there's one or two that's definitely mentally disturbed in a sense where it could become a Lifetime movie. They want to be in the skin that you're in. They want to taste something. They need to know where this light, where this energy, where this talent, how is she doing it? How is he doing it? Collective. Go home. I'm working. That's what I'm saying. Nothing came to bother me. All of a sudden, I got children in my house, people knocking on doors. I'm so sorry, collective. but you have a steady stream of income coming in very fast. And this is definitely coming from a very big manifestation of wish fulfillment, if I may have say. Wish fulfillment, the flow of resources, the flow of opportunities. And this is very big because, and I'm telling you this now because it's coming in at a very accelerated speed. Like I said, infinite, and it's coming in exactly like that. Whether it comes in a boatload, mother load, however, for some of you, yes, more than one of you, definitely jackpot. You're going to hit that jackpot. They are sitting you that. But you got winning money, you got rich inheritance, you have unexpected money. So collective, when I say this, you know exactly what you manifested, and you know exactly what you prayed on, and you know exactly what it is that you need. This is definitely a lifetime. This is fruitful. This is something that's planted, it's seeded, it's done, it's taken care of, it's already done. Baby, I swear to God, I need to see this little treasure box. This is a box that you've been waiting. I think what it is that they waited for you to grow up. Growth. They wanted to make sure that you wouldn't receive all of this and go give it all back to the people who took from you, or who never fucking invested in you, who wouldn't help you when you were down. Say it ain't so. I'm like, you get there. Sometimes we know that we can get to a place where things are supposed to be done or whatever. We can I'm working. Woo, honey. I can't get nothing done when I'm at home in my home office. And I'm so excited to tell y'all that I finally have a location that I can go to and work from. But this is where it all began, and I really connect with my ancestors, spirit guides, and my loved ones in the Most High, really right here. Like this is where it all began, baby, and I love giving you guys messages. I know I'm going to continue to do this from both locations. It's just that I got to get this family together, because I see they just have there's a whole sign on the door that when this door is closed that I'm working. Please do not knock. Please do not yell through the door. None of that. They just do whatever they want to do around here. But what's coming in for you is coming in at accelerated rate. It's coming in, and you're going to, I don't even think you're going to be shocked, collective. This is one of those, you knew. They told you it was coming. They told you to be patient. And they told you it was timeless. And I'll say this, I know they don't lie. They do not lie. The only kind of shock you're going to have is, what to do next, where to move next. You already know not to tell nobody, because you can't. You don't have that kind of, you don't have those type of people around you where you're going to be able to share that information. So again, you're going to have the biggest gratitude in speaking and conversating back and forth with just your ancestors and your spirit guides and your loved ones, and probably just, talking to yourself, because baby, it's like that. It's like that for some of you all. You just don't have the type of people around you that you could trust enough to say, I got this, without them saying, oh, what you got for me, or making you think you owe them something, or however. So what we think, we create. What we feel, we attract. What we imagine, we become. So you want to just clear out the room, make sure that all of this is all given. You know what I'm saying? You put in the work. 999 could be significant. Whew. I got air signs. I got fire signs, Sagittarius. We know that Mercury is in retrograde. I do see a few things with Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Something going on with Pluto. I do have a powerhouse now where I have like an actual astrologist on a powerhouse. Yeah. You're going to meet Soul Sunshine eventually here with me on one of my videos. I work collaborating with her, and it's her, one of the people that really seen my gifts and invited me into a collaboration at her business and added me to that foundation. So I'm super excited. So you guys might be seeing red cardinals. Also look out for the blue jay. Also pay attention. I believe like your animals are communicating to you in different ways. If you have fish in a fish tank, they're probably hitting their heads on the fish tank or trying to throw rocks. Butterflies are definitely significant, and definitely look out for praying mantis. Yeah, you're gonna get so many messages from your ancestors, your loved ones. I I feel like this inheritance and this jackpot winning is going to, they're going to alert you that you have it. Like, I don't feel like you're going to be able to, like, because I'm one of those people, I get lottery tickets, y'all, and I just throw them in my purse. And I don't even be waiting. I'm never up at nighttime when they do the news or the reading or whatever the world be going on there. And sometimes I change purses 100 times and I leave. Anyway, or I put it under my pillow, or I put it in one of these singing bowls. I just drop that. You can't check it until they call the numbers anyway. So I'm feeling like it's one of those. Powerball, Mega Millions, Mega Millions, Mega Millions. I'm hearing that. The M&Ms. M&Ms. So chocolate could be significant. Definitely, definitely, definitely. And pay attention to the stars, because something like I said, you have so much wisdom. I also heard that you have the ability to seize the demons in other people, to seize them. So you can, I feel like if you ever feel like you're being attacked or under attack, something in your voice that sounds like a siren removes them instantly. So you have the ability to shut them down. I don't know where that message come from, but I was just telling you, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, it's within you. So whatever it is you need to know, go within, and you'll know how to block all these creatures, is all I'm going to say. Your obstacles and your challenges are over. Okay? All right. I'm going to return y'all energy to y'all. I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for listening and sharing, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Again, I am Butterfly Goddess, your spiritual guidance messenger. I am out of here.